It's time for some commotion in the ocean. This is Survival Hacks. Picture this. While your peachy butt's pearl diving in the Pacific, you swim down and spot the biggest, brightest pearl you ever done see. You grab it and start swimming back up toward the surface, when out of nowhere, a swarm of stinging tentacles surround you, and you realize you're dead center of a situation. Jellyfish attack! But worry not, aquatic adventurers, because Grizzly Griddles will be the wind beneath your wing as we learn how to treat a jellyfish sting. Now the best way to deal with a jellyfish sting is to get medical help from a doctor right away. But if you're stuck in the middle of the ocean all alone, well that's not really an option. And if that's the case, then here's what to do. Step 1. Swim away. Carefully. I'm not gonna lie. If you get stung by our smelly old jelly, it's gonna hurt. But you gotta be tough, young bucks. Don't start flipping and flopping and splashing around, or you'll only get stung more. Instead, swim away calmly and maneuver around with as little movement as possible until you're clear of the jellyfish and can get out of the water. Step 2. Remove any tentacles stuck to your skin by pulling them off with tweezers or a cloth-covered hand. Don't touch them with your bare fingers, or you'll just sting those too. And then how are you supposed to text your friends and tell them about that awesome pearl you found? You gotta think these things through. More hacks are on the way, but first, it's time for Grizzly Griddles, Riddle in the Middle. Here's today's quandary. What type of bear frightened jellyfish the most? I'll reveal the answer at the end of the episode. No skipping ahead. Now let's get back into the swing of healing that sting. So you're clear of the jellyfish and their stingers, but you're still in pain. Well, worry not, because Grizzly Griddles MD is here with a feel-good medicinal fix. Step 3. Douse the sting in vinegar. That's right, applying a heaping helping of vinegar to the injury for about 30 seconds or so will subdue the stinging sensation. That's vinegar. Fresh water will only make it sting more, and salt water, that won't do nothing. Oh, and you might have heard the filthy rumor that pee will stop the sting, but that's not true. In fact, it'll probably just make things feel worse. So spread the word you heard from Grizzly Griddles. Don't fiddle with the pedal. Step 4. Clean and bandage that wound. Now that the vinegar has neutralized the jellyfish cells that caused the stinging in the first place, it's safe to wash the wound off with warm water, apply an antibiotic ointment, wrap the whole thing in a bandage, and sail back to the sweet safe haven of dry land. Just in case you were distracted by a dolphin, here's a quick sting hack recap. If you're stung by a jellyfish, swim away slowly and remove the tentacles once you're out of the water. Pour vinegar over the injury for 30 seconds, then clean it off, bandage it, and you're good to go. Oh, and whatever you do, please do not pee on it. Seriously, I cannot stress that enough. No on the pee-pee. And now situated for it oh so politely, here's the answer to Grizzly Griddles, Riddle in the Middle. What type of bear scare jellyfish the most? Barracuda. Nothing fishy about that punchline. Thanks for joining me, Grizzly Griddles, here on another episode of Survival Hacks. If you think you're ready for that jellyfish attack, let me know by smashing the like button. Then subscribe down below if you've got a hankering for more survival hacks. And remember, real survivors don't go looking for danger, so don't go diving into jellyfish-infested waters just to try these hacks. Until we meet again, this is Grizzly Griddles, the #1 guide to foot outside, whose skills can be applied to turn a riptide into a water slide, so don't be denied, just sit back and enjoy the ride. Over and out.